What's up, guys? I know it's been a while since I posted or streamed. Um Alright, so this is a server called The Boys. Um we all have like a group of guys, and it's called The Boys and stuff. Ever since Eddie, Juicy, Molly, all of those guys. Um hmm, anyways, like I was saying, um this is a world that I made, that I recently made, and my goal is to become the richest and the strongest on this server. Now, here's the problem. I have to face it. I'm a OG player. I'm a pretty OG player of Minecraft itself. I played a bunch of the old games. I've played for a while, and I know how to play the game. I know how to build anything. I'm not the best at it, but I'm somewhat decent. Now, my friends, they have played Minecraft as long as I've played, so they're kind of better than me in building ways. Now here's the problem: they're not teaming up, but again we're facing each other. Brian, aka I don't know, well, Brian, aka the Mexican Juggernaut, which is what we call him, is a is unbelievably great at video games, just like uh, just like almost anyone in the world. Um, Especially in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I've always been number 2 to him. Not to him personally, but to if you were to rank me, I would always come as number 2. Now, I need to some oh, he's not the only one I'm fighting. Brian Dieters, aka the Juggernaut. Brian is the Mexican Juggernaut. He his he is known for his amazing skills at making godly weapons. That's for me. But Brian, um, he um he's unbelievably strong. Um, Not only that, but I also have to face off against another player who is very good, Alex. Okay, I don't know. We actually never thought of a name for him, but we will come up with one soon. But he's always known for his amazing skills in building. See, Alex only took 2 days to build me a huge mansion, and therefore I was in his debt for a few. And it took him 3 days to build a mansion, but it turned out perfect, just the way I wanted it to be. And he built it. He's amazing at it. He's also known for his skills of mining. He's very good. He's like a specialist in mining. You asked him to go mine for diamonds, he'll find them. You ask him to go find what is it called? The thing you need for netherite, whatever it's called, he'll find it. Whatever you need him to find, he'll find it. he gets very lucky in mining. Now, there might be another person who's going to be added to this group, but who knows who it will be. For now, it's just me, Brian, and Alex. Now, the last person in this fight is me, Alan. You guys know me as Dax_Deceptive or just Dax. I have two nicknames, two that I've earned from both of my friends. The Mexican Slayer for, I don't know actually, they called me the Mexican Slayer for always being the best at, well actually, I was one of the best at fighting with swords and the skills of me trying to fight with swords in real life. Well, I do, but therefore there is also the second nickname that I've earned from my friends called the Mexican God. I don't know why, but they call me that for some reason. They say that's because you're one of the strongest Mexicans we've ever seen in our lives. We also seen you fight. You've done godly things that sometimes we can't do. Now, me and Brian are equally matched in multiple things, but strength he obviously wins. Oh, I hope. I think. But Alex, not as strong, but faster than me. These are obvious skills in real life, probably in the game too. Now, I need to find a way to beat both these guys, but individually. I don't want them to become allies and fight me, which means if they do, I'm gonna need an ally of my own. Now, Brian and Alex are both ready for this fight. I've spent my whole time trying to get away from them to find a good base. Now, Brian, he's already got diamonds, and so has Alex, but Brian worked for them. Alex somehow got really lucky and found diamonds in a village, multiple. Brian, on the other hand, he's mined, and found both diamonds. Well, I'm stuck with iron armor, and 2 iron tools in 1 stone and 1 gold enchanted. I need to quickly find a good spot for a base, build a normal house, and then that's when I started all my plan to become the strongest on this server. Now, I do not joke around with these kind of stuff. I take some of these things pretty seriously. Not everything not too serious, but sometimes I do get serious over things I don't want them to grab. We've made rules on this server. We need to hide our coordinates. So, they have banned maps, and the only way they can be used is for coordinates. We are allowed to raid each other's bases. That's the only way we can get in. Other than, well, not the only. The other way is to try and, try to trade. That's the only other way. Or if the owner of the land or base allows you. That's the only way you can get into somebody's space. You have to be careful with these kind of things. Now, I will not stop till I defeat these. Now, my friend Alex is extremely strong, but I doubt that Brian has gone anywhere from the original spawn. He stayed. No, I'm about to reach 10,000 blocks away from the normal spawn. Yeah, over 10,000 blocks. Now, I'm trying to get away as far as possible for one reason only. To come back and take revenge. See, in every server I've ever been, I've always been one of the weakest. I was never as good as them because apparently I wasn't smart enough. That was back then. Now, they're gonna learn how much pain I've been through whenever I play this game, and I find out that if they win, like, listen, they would make me pay for going out on the server. Alex would take lands and lands and lands. I find new land, he says, oh, it's mine. And if you want to be on it, you're gonna have to pay to be on it. Would make me search mine. He took me as one of his slaves. Brian, he never did anything like that. But he would also threaten me with his swords if things didn't go his way. I was always stuck as the smallest person on the server, but now that I know more, I know them, I know how to get to them, I'm gonna take my revenge. And I'm gonna stop before they can beat me. Now, I've planned out this entire thing. Number one, find a good spot to put a base. I need somewhere hidden, somewhere where they can't find me. Update scares me a little. Now, number one of my plan. I'm going to have to find a place to put base. Now, I need to find this base. I'm going to build a base. It's going to be a good ass base before everything. Now, after I find a decent spot, I have to build at least a tiny house, something that you can live in. Now, the boys want us to be on peaceful, just to find places to put our bases. But what I didn't know is that they were already mining these things. I didn't know that, because I would always be focused on trying to find a good place to build base. Now, see, this place is bordered by a giant mountain. So, I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep on walking. I'm going to obviously think my base is behind this mountain. Obviously, because they know what I'm like. I know what they're like. I know what they're going to think. I'm not an idiot. But plan one. Now, I just said, number one, find a place and build it. Number two, after I'm done building the base, select my spawn point and work on getting a bunch of wood. After I get the wood, I immediately start upgrading the terrain. I will build around, collecting dirt, doing whatever I need to do, collecting materials, or with blocks like dirt, wood, stone. After that, then I can start building my base. Now, I can build a house, build a good house, and I'm gonna build farms. Most of the things. When I'm done with that, that's when I start mining. Now, first thing I need to look for is iron, decent iron. Build a few diamond and iron pickaxes, and then start mining for diamonds. When I find diamonds, and I have a good amount of diamonds, then I'm going to start, hear me out, then I'm going to start mining for obsidian. Now, I'm not going to immediately start looking for netherite stuff. No. I'm going to look for a fortress and make it mine. Now, I find this. I need to look. I need to stay. I need to make sure. But the fortress isn't the first thing I'm gonna make. I'm gonna find. Obviously, they're gonna start looking for a fortress from the start. I'm not gonna care about mining for things. I need to get geared up, and when I find the fortress, I need to make sure that they don't. So I'm obviously gonna start mining for blocks. I'm gonna start to try and hide the fortress. Make sure that's not completely visible, and I keep the coordinates to myself. I'll build a terrain around most of the foreseeable fortress and make it look like it was not there. That's my plan. Now, number 2 of my plan. Well, no, that was number 3. No, number 4. Okay, what? I just need to, I need to get geared up. Now that I'm geared up and I have the fortress, I need to get blaze rods and ender pearls. To get ender pearls. But that's not the only way. I can also find those little where I can just, you know, see, you may see a bunch of good spots. No, I'm drifting away from the plan, but we'll get back from it. You may see a bunch of good spots like there, but I need an incredibly good spot. Now, in order to find this spot, I need to find a way to make it not as visible but good. I need to border it from the rest of them. I know I'm already far away from them extremely, but I still need one thing: their trust. Whoops. Anyways, see, most of the time, they don't think I'll be good enough. So I need to gain their trust and make them think that I'm not strong enough. But I also need them to say, oh, we can help you out, we can do something, we can work this out, we can make a deal. Then that's when I betrayal. Now betrayal isn't nice, but you also get a lot of things from it. So, how is this gonna work out? Once I'm geared up and I got the blaze rods and the ender eyes. When I get the ender eyes, I will immediately gear up and start looking for the fortress. I don't care how far it is, how far I have to go. I don't care. I will immediately, not fortress, I will immediately start looking for the stronghold. When I find the stronghold, I have to make another base. So I'll make sure to bring some other things to make the base at the end. At the stronghold. When I find the stronghold and I find an end portal, that's when I start making the base. I'll see if I still have enough ender eyes in order to open the portal. Turn it on, but I won't enter it yet. I have now. By that time, I must have a good fucking bow. If I don't, then I won't be able to beat this. Then I'll make sure I have a good shield and a few totems. Make sure I have a sword, incredibly. Now, then I will have to. Sorry, keep something out. But then I'll have to. Then I'll enter. Then I'll start entering the end, and I'll find the end dragon. I kill it, and then there, I take the egg. Now, I can obviously trade the egg for a bunch, and I know they'll pay a lot because on one server there's only one egg, and that's it. Unless you can find a way to duplicate. But before that, I need to get smarter. I'm not the best with redstone. If anything, my friend Brian is. I need him to not teach me, but I need him to give me redstone, because I know that when he's mining, he gets an incredible amount of redstone. Incredible amount. No, he'll have pistons, everything. Now I'll trade him, not the egg, but I'll trade him things. I'll trade him valuables, everything, a lot of things for a bunch of those things. When I have the things I want, then I can start making traps around the base, around the stronghold. When they get to the stronghold, they'll obviously won't be expecting any traps because they don't think I would be able to find it. Now this video isn't to show my skills. I'm discussing my plan. My friends, or enemies, as you can say, for now. Anyways, when I get my things, I'm gonna start making traps. Then, when the traps are set up and I know I'm safe, then I can start. Then I can start. Then I can start duplicating the egg. They'll obviously trade a lot for the egg. Both of them. And if we keep adding members to this group, I know that they would add a lot for this egg. But they wouldn't expect it from me. Now, I can also work on duplicating different things. if I can find a way to duplicate almost anything in this game, I could be unstoppable. But I can't do it without... Well, I highly doubt I can do it at all. No, my friend Alex doesn't like cheats. But if I had to, I would use them. But that'll only come at a point where I need them. Seriously. Now, like I was saying, I need to duplicate multiple things. When I'm done, I will start to ask them if they would like to trade and gain their trust even more. Then I will start raiding. See, by that time I also want to breed a bunch of dogs, a bunch of wolves. And I want to have an army. They might be more powerful, but they can also get extremely annoying when they're grouped up. I don't really want any of this stuff. At first, to starters it may seem good, but really I don't really care about it. Now, like I was saying, when I get all these things done, that's when I can live with peace. Unless they start raiding me, then I will start war. And by that time, I'm going to be one of the richest. And be one of the strongest. And not much is going to be able to stop me. No. I'm gonna... Now we can start talking about life. Didn't expect this, huh? See, let's just talk about school. God, everybody hates school. Only a few people like it. And a ton of people hate it. See, over the years, I've learned one thing. School is like torture. It likes torturing us. Does it not? Now, in my school, it may not be as bad as other schools, but the principal is horrible. He'll give, like, he'll take people's earn time away. Put people in, like, detention for being late to school. Now, some people, like, they don't want to take the buses. They don't feel comfortable around a bunch of people. And others, it's hard to get there by car. People would normally take the bus, they say. Yeah, but like I said, people don't really like. No. The solution to this See, my school is pretty stupid. People don't like learning. They'll act stupid. They won't listen. That's just how my school is for some reason. But the way they play like video games and stuff, it's just stupid, dude. Like they're over here playing Fortnite. Fortnite, out of all games, you choose Fortnite. They're like, oh, it's, well, better hop on Fortnite or Warzone. For goodness sake, why would you play Warzone out of all games, people? Now, see, life just gets harder and harder with all these kind of people. Why? Because sometimes they're toxic. They're toxic. That's what they are. They'll bully you. They'll harass you. They'll do anything to get on your nerves. Now, I'm friends with them. I try to be good on their good sides. Mostly just because I want a new job. But people are kind of stupid nowadays. See, in school, when people, let's say this. The reason school tortures us is because they'll kill our inspiration of learning most of the time. See, the reason people hate school so much is the way that school teaches, the way that school makes you learn. Now, when people are kids, when they're younger, when they're like babies, oh, why is the sky blue? Oh, how is the rainbow made? They're filled with inspiration. They're filled with the excitement of learning. But when they get to school, school might put so much stress that it makes them hate it. Now, I get school is stressful. No, it's not easy. No. But school makes it to where people hate learning. Like, they don't want to learn anymore. I don't know why exactly, but that's just the way school is. And people hate it. They lose their inspiration to learn because of it. Because of the way that school teaches. That's why people hate school. And that's why people don't want to learn, because they're so stressed over grades and make it. Most of the time, yeah, it's because of grades. You're so stressed over grades and how much work they're being put on that they don't even want to learn anymore. It's kind of sad, really. Now, don't get me wrong, I know school is hard. I know. Because I'm still in school. I'm still learning. know, I know how school can be, but I hate the fact that school makes people want to stop learning. Think about it. Whenever whenever you hate something because of the way that it's happening, nothing else. But that's the way school is. It puts so much stress on kids over grades and their parents yelling at them because of it, that they don't even focus on learning anymore. They don't want to learn anymore because of it. Now let's talk of the of suicide. See, people don't really want to talk about suicide because some people have tried and some people have succeeded. Let's talk about something interesting about men suicide. Now that's interesting. Girls wouldn't find it interesting because, oh, well, it's men. It has nothing to do with us. Well, it kind of does, ladies. Right now, suicide is the second lead world of deaths. It leads to the second most deaths in the world. And I'm sorry to break it to you, girls, but this does have something to do with you. Why? Because some of the reasons that men commit suicide is because it's you. Because you guys. See, a man falls in love, he starts dating the girl he likes, and he's happy, and then the guy that he loves so much breaks up with him because looks, money, or because just loses interest. And the man is so sad that he just ends it. It's sad, really. See that the women can't see how men love their women so much. Now, look at the fact that they love them, but they also have to resist the pain. They don't want to show it. Men, see, girls, they don't really care. I'm sorry if I disrespect you or offend you, but girls, you guys don't give a shit. It's easy for you guys to talk about your problems. Don't tell me it's not, because look at all these girls. They're over here posting about it, spreading it around the school. They're all posting videos like quotes. Oh, but I wish I was like her. I wish I like this one girl posted. I'm not gonna say her name. She posted a video and she put words in the video saying, I wish I was you, and then she immediately changes the words to, no you don't, and starts putting pictures of her crying. See, that's how easy it is for women. That's how easy it is for them to express themselves, because they can throw it around and everybody will start coming for them. See, the point is, it's not about the video. Well, it is, but it's the way that people will be there for her. People will automatically start dropping comments like, oh, it's okay, everything will be fine, oh, we're here for you, oh, don't worry, we'll comfort you and everything. That's how people always are. with girls, at least. Now, men, it's hard for us to talk. It's hard for us to talk about it. Don't ask us why, it just is, because we're emotional. Now, I'm going to tell you why. If you really want to know, since you're asking about it, you really want to know. That's because, as a man, we are taught to deal with. See, we're men, we're supposed to be strong. We're supposed to deal with it. Now, that's what people expect from men. For them to be strong. For them to not cry. Because apparently if you cry, you're weak. If you coward. It's because they've been strong for too long. They've been holding it in for so long that when they finally start crying, it's them showing that they were strong and they fought their way through it. That's why some guys commit suicide. Most guys commit suicide because they're told to deal with it because they can't handle it anymore. And to be honest, I kind of agree with them. Don't get me wrong, I know about this stuff. I'm not stupid. I know about it. I know about a bunch of it. I know about life. I may be young, but I know a lot. I know what pain is. Now, back to what I was saying. The suicide is the second leading death in the world. And most of them are guys. Why? Because we're told to deal with it. It's hard for us to talk to other people. Because if we talk to the wrong people, we'll not be known as cowards and they'll laugh at us. They'll bully us because of it. Because they don't know what it, and most of the time they don't know what it's like or what it feels like. And when you talk about hurting someone, they're like, oh, how, like if you could hurt me. Or, I've been hurt way too much to ever be hurt again. That's what I used to do. Until I was proven wrong. Now, you can never be used to it. Unless you've been everything over and over a billion times, you'll never be used to it. Trust me, you won't. Now, guys commit suicide because of women, of how they treat them, how they are. That's one of them, and the other. Now, women, yeah, they commit suicide, yeah. It happens a lot. But not as much as men. Now, I'm not trying to be sexist, but that's how it works. That's how it is. And it's not going to change until men somehow find a way to stop this, to stop suicide. Now, I'm gonna try your best. Men love when, whenever a guy falls in love, he feels happy. And when he gets with the girl, he feels so happy he doesn't know what to do with it. Because sometimes he's felt feelings he's never felt before. And sometimes those feelings that the girls have aren't real, and that just kills the guy. Sometimes it actually kills them. I hate saying it, but it's true. Some people never change, but second chances are always there. You can always help somebody change. You can give people second chances and tell them that they want to change it. Then if they can't, that second chance isn't worth it. Now, there's also the fact that girls bully guys. See, girls bully guys for multiple reasons, and here's a quick warning: this is pretty inappropriate. Girls make fun of guys for pain. Oh, hello? Sorry, I was just talking about a few things. So, how's your night? Or day? Depends on where you at. They left. Yeah. Well, girls make fun of boys and men based on cutting and hurting themselves in multiple ways. They also make fun of them for dick sizes, body weight, and their body in general. Now, yeah. Most of the guys get made fun of that. And I think it's really fucked up. Don't get me, I think it's extremely fucked up that guys get made fun of because of their dick sizes and stuff. fucked up what women do to guys sometimes. Now, like I was saying before, girls make fun of guys like that, but yeah, guys make fun of girls too. But all this negativity is not gonna help anybody. That's why you need some peace in your life. So, yeah. Girls make fun of guys over things. Guys make girls over other things. It's gonna be the same, but men, most of the suicides are men, but women also commit suicide, and that's not good. Now, let's say I made fun of you. For the first time, I made fun of you. And you're probably like, oh, it's fine, he's just joking around. He's just goofing. Or, that was pretty disrespectful, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. I barely know the guy. Now, if I kept doing it and doing it, it would get you pissed. And then I find out things that you're insecure about, or problems that you're recently having. What if I made fun of those things? Then you would take it seriously. Now, if it's a girl, you'll start telling it to everybody, and sometimes even make things up. And then the whole school is on you. On me. For making fun of those things. Now, if it's a guy, he'll keep it to himself, because he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't. He'll only tell 3 people. If not 4, maybe 4 people. 4 people unless they are they are stupid and they are acting like women. Now, if you're like me, you won't tell anybody. You'll try to deal with it. You'll cry over it. You'll be hurt and everything. Because you're afraid that people will make fun of you. They will mock you if you tell other people. Now, let's say I make fun of a guy for all those things. He'll keep it to himself. If this keeps on going and going, you know what's gonna happen? He's eventually gonna get so hurt one day that he might even commit suicide. Then it is on you. Extremely, because you just killed somebody. Now, you've seen what words can do to a person. Sorry. Now, sorry. If that were to happen, it's extremely on you because you just killed somebody mentally. Not physically, mentally, emotionally. And that's one of the reasons why men commit suicide, because they don't like talking it out, and they'll just take the pain until eventually, they're gone. By that time, you won't be able to fix anything. It's hard being a man. It's hard being a woman too. I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm just spitting out facts. That men sometimes do have it the hardest out in life. And women do too. But there is a guy named Allan Poe. You know what happened to him? You will if you pay attention to ELA. Here's what happened. See, Allan Poe, the way he died, he was born. He was drunk. He fell into a ditch. By the time they found him, he was dead. Now, let me tell you a story. I'm trying to make sure. Allan Poe, he had a mother who was famous. Hold on. See, because of what happened to him in his life, he was an American. Let's start it off. He was an American writer. He was like a poet, editor, and a literary critic. But he's best known. But he's also best known for his poetry and stories. Some of his stories are The Black Cat, Telltale Heart, The Raven, and many other things. The way he died, okay, he was a poet, he was a writer, he was recently traveling somewhere, and some people recognized him. Now they wanted him, they needed him, and at that time, Allan wasn't, or Poe didn't want to, like, drink. He was focused on getting where he was. Now the people asked him to at least get lemonade or something, and after that, they put alcohol in it. Allan didn't know. Poe didn't know. He didn't know, and he got drunk. He got so drunk that he fell into a ditch and died. Now, here's what made his life so hard. Maybe even the hardest. every single woman he's fell in love with died. No. I'm gonna do some research. Every woman that Edgar Allan Poe, that's his full name, has been with. So, Sarah Almira Royster Shelton, it's a pretty long name, connected herself more closely to Edgar Allan Poe after his death. But she wasn't the only one to do so. This one from, what was this? Here's a quick quote from Helen Whitman to Edgar Allan Poe. I can only say to you that I had youth and health and beauty. I would live for you and die with you. Now, after Poe's death, many people were clamoring for a role in the drama and mystery of the situation. Previously, silent neighbors made allegations about his drinking habits. Complete strangers hypothesized over the circumstances of his death. Perhaps most intriguingly, some women began to claim their places in his story and tell their version of his life. Now here's his relationship with Sarah. Here's his relationship with Sarah. The first woman to do so was Sarah Almira Royster Shelton, rumored to have been his fiancée at the time of his death. Poe had known Shelton since childhood. Guys, I will have to continue this on later. Someone came home.